intro.
Yay!
What the fuck?
And then from there into the drop.
Hey everybody, this is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and if you want to get your money's worth, stay right here, because you're listening to Knockouts and Three Counts. And remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Knockouts and Three Counts.
Yes, sir. This is Knockouts and Three Counts, and we are here broadcasting live from the illustrious Podcast Detroit studios here in Royal Oak, Michigan. People, we got a very, very special guest. We're going to go ahead and announce him in just 1 second, but let's go through our normal spiel. I'm going to go ahead and go first and make any announcements that we have. Of course, our special guest is going to be performing this weekend at BCWA Die Hard at the Copeland Center in Wyandotte, Michigan. Make sure you guys come on out, support some great independent wrestling here in the Michigan area. Like I said, our guest is going to be on there. Our co-host Tony Thunder will be there. Shark Boy is going to be there. And there'll be plenty more surprises there also. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Devin63. That's DEVINTHE63. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at All Steak No Sizzle. That's one word. Also, if you're on Facebook, like our page, you're probably watching us right now. Hit that little like, subscribe button right there. And also on Facebook, make sure you check out the Reality Era News Group where we talk wrestling. We're going to be talking a lot about the Superstar Shakeup. We've already had some pretty interesting conversations about that so far, and we're going to continue that. And, I've started something new on the show. I did it this morning. I'm calling it 11:05 Live. Kyle, did you watch that, man?
I shared it. I was too busy throwing people's mail. If your shit's broke, I didn't do it.
That word fragile that actually means something, sir. But yeah,
Look, I don't control what happens to it once it leaves the post office.
But yeah, I started 11:05 Live. So on my lunch breaks at work, every Monday through Friday, I'm going to jump on that and just talk about whatever's going on. So today I talked a little bit about the Superstar Shakeup. It give us a chance to talk a little bit more about current events. Since we have guests that come in, we don't get to talk as much about the current stuff. So make sure you check me out at 11:05 every morning, Monday through Friday, 11:05 Live. Kyle, why don't you go ahead and run through your spiel so we can get to our guests, man?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Detroit Knockout, at Detroit NOKOUT. Make sure you're following the show's page and all our Instagram, Twitter at KO3C Pod. We've been more active on there. Instagram's been picking up. We see you guys. Yeah, man. And just getting ready for BCWA this weekend.
Yes, sir. Speaking of which, you want me to handle this one?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to handle this one, man. So, joining us live in studio.
Put it on a tee for you.
Joining us live in studio. This is probably the fourth guest that we had is either as tall or taller than me. He joined.
Well, fuck you. I'm short anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Watch your language. He joins people like Booker
A little
T,
late for that.
Congo Kong, and former Detroit Piston James Buddha Edwards. Man, that's a nice list right there. This is the man that runs the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Atlas Hightower.
Yes, that's right. The Kickstarter is in the building. What's up, guys?
Man, having a good time, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Feeling good here on the 3 count and knockouts or knockouts or three counts.
Knockouts and three counts.
Knockout 3 count.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Man, so, Kyle, you want to ask the first question? You want me to go, man?
What's
So
up,
tell
man?
us a little. First of all, you want to go back to tell us how you got started. First of all, we're going to talk about BCWA in a minute, which is why we brought you in this week. But I want to hear, like what got you into wrestling, whether it be influences, and who was it for you?
Well, I probably told this story a bunch of times, but not live on a podcast. But ever since I was like a little kid, like around 7 or 8 or so, started seeing this guy with a bald head and a goatee.
Wow.
And it was like everybody's talking about this guy. I'm thinking,
You mean this guy?
Gilbert.
I'm thinking this Goldberg.
You mean that guy?
But yes, it's that guy.
It's that guy.
Yep. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was the very first guy that I saw on TV, and I thought it was really cool that we had the same name because my middle name is Austin.
Okay.
And I thought that was really cool, and I've been hooked ever since. I was, about 7 or 8 then when I started to watch it, and it wasn't until I went to a house show, I think of August of 2000, that That was when I decided that I wanted to do this at 11 years old.
Wow.
I saw, and what made me decide that was that it was a tag team match, and I forget who was in the tag team match, but I do know that it was Too Cool, and I remember seeing Scotty getting his ass kicked, and I saw Grandmaster just bouncing on the ropes, man, jumping up and down. That was when I decided that I wanted to do this because to me it seemed like fun, and I love to have fun. But getting into it, there's a lot of hard work. I started training when I was 18 under Briar Wellington, and that was in 2008. I was 19 at the time, and I was trying to get on shows here or there, Indiana, Ohio, wherever I can get on. And it wasn't until 2015, it was like a life-changing event where somebody sat me down and told me, do you really want to do this? And I'm thinking that I was doing this the right way the whole time, but, But thank God I had that because now I'm here. So gotten a lot better. I learned a lot. I've done a lot. It's been a long, hard road, but very, very blessed where I am at now. Very, very blessed.
So just because you told me you're a Stone Cold guy, I got to get your take. What do you think on Kevin Owens using a stunner?
It's whatever, man.
It
Anybody
doesn't
can
bother
use it.
me. It doesn't bother me at all for the fact that Austin came out himself, and when Kevin Owens did it against, was it AJ?
Yeah.
And he goes, hey man, I saw your stunner, it was good, and he endorsed him to do it. So if he doesn't mind, I feel like why is everybody else bitching about it?
Everybody has to be that armchair booker. So I'm not that guy.
As a matter of fact, Stone Cold actually taught him how to do it on his podcast. He told me, hey, you got to make sure you kick him low, get that center of gravity down. So once you grab him,
you got to crook that bitch just right. Wham!
Drop on your ass, man, and drop him on the chin.
Wait, so what was it about Stone Cold? Because like Stone Cold, I was a big Steve Austin fan back in his early days, like WCW. I saw a little bit of his like USWA stuff too when he first got started.
Yeah.
So what was it about him? Was it the Stone Cold character, or was it just him, Steve Austin, or what was it about him that really got you?
It was pretty much the persona. It was just this guy had a kick-ass, rebellious attitude, and he did what he wanted to do. He said what he wanted, and I kind of wanted to be like that.
Right.
But I don't like to cuss as much as him. So
we'll leave that to Kyle.
Right.
Take care of that.
Look here, shut up, bro. You cuss plenty.
I've already had to tell you to watch your language twice today. So,
all right, Dad. I thought this was part of my show too. You know.
But one thing I wanted to definitely talk to you about. I ran into you the day after the last BCWA show down in Ohio.
Yeah.
I just happened to be going down there.
Ohio.
Yeah, in Toledo for Powerbomb.
Powerbomb. Yeah.
Kyle would tell you that I was down there for other reasons, but we're not going to discuss
You need to just listen to the Queen Aminata episode, and that answers all your questions.
You better listen to the Queen, man. You better listen to her, bro.
Hey,
He's trying to listen real close.
I was down there for podcast stuff only.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
But no, I ran into you guys down there and had a conversation. That's how we got this interview.
Right.
One thing that I've been doing lately is I've been going to a lot of different independent shows. I've gone to a few shows in Ohio. I've gone to a few shows here in Michigan, and almost did like I guess you would say my own loop.
Pretty much.
What is it like traveling from Detroit to Toledo to Cleveland and back, going to Indiana? What is that like for?
It's fun. It's really fun, man. Like I mean, like if you have everything lined up, it's cool. But when you don't, that's when it can be really, really bad, though. But other than that, though, it's fun, easy as hell. I mean, you're only going to Ohio, Indiana. I do plan on getting out more. I would love to go to I would love to go out west towards L.A. to Las Vegas, Arizona. I would love to do all that. But here, though, it's fun. It's fun. You know what I mean?
Probably sucks during the wintertime.
Yeah, man. Dude, our winters suck. Dude. You already know, dude. Like,
right.
what was that thing called?
The polar vortex.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was a vortex, all right, man. That thing was
Can I
legit.
just say that in New York, man, you would think with people being from New York and things like that, like me being from Detroit, it was cool. I was all right.
Yeah.
But my buddies that were all with us are all from the South.
They're
And
probably
holy
freezing, huh?
God, they're like, oh my God, this cold's killing me. I was like, bro, it's really not that bad.
Mm-mm.
Like, oh my God, I don't think I can make it. And I'm like, oh my God, stop being such a bitch, bro.
They're used to that
Watch your language,
tropical,
sir.
man. They are so used to that tropical stuff.
Dude,
and the
it's
palm
cra-
trees.
It's crazy, but I feel like it. I just going off what you were saying with the cold, man. It's just nuts.
All right, but I did my own little loop. I did. I think I did Toledo, a house show in Toledo, the Extreme Chaos show on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I went to Akron. I saw Queen Almond out of there. And then I went to Cleveland for a Fastlane Fastlane weekend. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I don't think I could do this every weekend, man.
Dude, man, those guys who are in the big time, they do that like 5 days a week.
Right, and then that made me start thinking about that. It's like, so are you prepared for that next level, man? If you get that NXT call, man, you prepared to go from?
If I get that call, I'm gonna go. Like, there's no questions, man. You know,
Okay.
if I'm gonna have to go. Like, that's what I've been working for my whole life. I had a tryout back in February in Toledo, just before they aired SmackDown. That was the same night that Kofi did
the Gauntlet match.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was that
Okay.
same night, and holy shit, talk about a guy who is over. Yeah,
Man.
he's super over. But before that tryout, I had one in June in Chicago, Kalamazoo. No, not Kalamazoo. It was in Chicago, Grand Rapids, and Toledo, and he was still up. But the travel is holy crap, man. Holy crap! Like, I don't see how those guys can do it, but those guys are well taken care of and everything. But
Right, but you're ready for it.
oh yeah, I'm ready for it. I mean, it's the dream, man.
Kyle?
So you mentioned that you've had multiple tryouts. Like, what does that do for you now that you're back here in Michigan? Does it help you as far as letting you know, okay, I need to work on X, Y, or Z, whatever said thing is, and
Absolutely. It makes me want to work on. It makes me want to work on how I am as a performer. Like things that I do even before I step into the ring, and things that I do after I'm out of the ring. Things like that. I can get into it, but I don't want to.
No, I
pull,
got you.
I don't want
I
to pull
got you.
everything out. You know. What I
no,
mean?
no
So-
worries. I meant just from a mental mindset thing. Like, was it ever something where okay, maybe you didn't get the answer you wanted, and did it fuck with your drive with it?
Oh well. I mean, no. I mean, they're going to tell you what they want you to hear. It's just that I was just blessed to have the opportunity to, have the tryout, which was really cool. Like seeing all those names there and all the top guys and the top execs and the producers and everything, and they give you advice and all that stuff. And some of the guys will come up to you and try and give you tips and everything on how you can make this better, how you can work on this. It was really, really cool. Really, really cool. It's very cool.
So if you get signed to WWE, are you prepared to be known as Atlas or Hightower? Are you prepared to for them to take away one of your names?
The Atlas experience.
It's all about the business, man. With the Atlas experience.
Look, bro, I'm
That's
just
getting a lot
saying.
of heat, dude. That's getting a lot of heat now.
Wait. Did you guys hear kind of? I don't know if this is true, but did you hear the explanation behind that? And why
Why?
they did that? So when before they were called the War Raiders, and it's one of those Vince-isms. Like, he doesn't like the word war.
Ah, it makes
So
sense.
it was like 3 hours before they were supposed to debut. He's like, we got to come up with a new name for him, man, and got to come up with a new graphic for him. And they came up with the Viking experience.
They did probably for advertisers and everything, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, look, dude, I'm glad to see them up there because I'm a big fan of War Machine. But holy God, like, the names
The
though,
Viking
like,
experience.
and could you have gone any harder on trying to find like Viking names like Ivar and like, come on, dog.
I'm like, Hanson and Rowe was just fine.
I know, right?
Pixar names, man.
I know,
Hell,
right?
dude.
You're talking about Viking names, and they had the name Hanson and Rowe. Like, why did
That
you
was
need
good
to,
enough.
like, why did you need to mess with that?
Man. But you brought up Kofi Kingston, and I don't know, where were you at when that match was going on? Did you watch that match live? Or did you watch it later on? Where were you at when?
I was actually with some friends. Saw the whole match live, so saw the whole show live. Whole 8 hours of that damn show?
Yeah.
So what was your reaction to Kofi Kingston?
He finally got his due. 11 years busting your ass, being told yes, being told no, being told you're gonna get this, then you don't get it. He finally got his due.
Okay.
Finally. A great moment in all of sports.
Agreed.
I cried a little bit.
I have no argument.
I didn't really cry until his kid got into the ring.
Yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
it was like, okay, like,
Dude, I feel like everybody that was in that arena, like, dude, it was nuts. It definitely gave you the
you were
butterf-
there live, right? And everybody was behind the man, right?
Exactly, man. Like, literally, it was like that instant, like, butterfly feeling, like, right away. As soon as the 3 hit, and then especially, like you said, when his kid came in the ring,
Yeah.
it was definitely, like, and like you said, I mean, he's been in there so long. Like, take anything you want out of the story or whatever, but just on a hard work, standpoint. Like, the guy's been there for years. And I was a fan when he was doing the whole thing with Orton all that time ago.
right.
The stupid thing.
Exactly.
Stupid.
So to like see him get there and do that, and like, I thought the best part of it is the way they did the match, man. Because there was a couple times where I'm like, shit, he really might not win this. Because I was dead
Yeah,
set it was
man,
going to
yeah.
be Kofi, and then there were a couple times I'm sitting there like, son of a bitch, like he's
Dude, that match was old school wrestling, right?
It was
man.
awesome.
Like, it was so organic too, how it all came about too, man. It was beautiful to see the.
And then
whole
the
hype.
irony of the fact that Daniel Bryan is now the guy that's trying to shit on the
Yeah.
guy who's a B+ player,
Yeah.
as he said.
Yeah,
Like, that's like you said, dude. That is why, to me, I love watching NXT because there's so much more story to it.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Old school feel too when it comes to
Agreed.
NXT. Very, very like black and white. You know what I mean?
And I like.
old smoky arena.
Oh yeah, because I like the smaller arena because like we were talking about, we've talked about it evolving things like because it's that small. Like when the ring broke at Progress, dude, like that room was just nuts because it
Must
was
have
a
been ape
small.
shit because of that, man.
Oh yeah, they did.
Another question I wanted to ask you about the Kofi thing though is, as a wrestler yourself, and you seeing him win the championship, what lessons do you personally take from that?
Well, I don't want to say the cliche ones, but just
cliche work.
just to keep going, man. Just stay at the work, man. Just stay at it. Just keep at it. Like, I run this ring, well, he does that over there. So just stay at it, man. Just don't quit. Never ever give up hope, man. Because you never know what can happen the next day. You never can know what can happen the next day.
Definitely. Kyle?
So, like we mentioned in the beginning of the show, you're going to be on the show BCWA with us. We'll be there live doing the live show. Tell us a little bit about your match, your thoughts going into it, and your thoughts on the last few BCWA shows we've seen you at.
Well, this Saturday at Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance Die Hard in Wyandotte, Michigan on April 20th, 2019, the Kickstarter Atlas Hightower will be in a WrestleFest rules match for the BCWA Alliance Championship. Now, whenever there's a title on the line, I have to be involved. Whenever there's a match with a title on the line, I must be involved.
Okay.
Because I want everybody in this WrestleFest match this Saturday on 420 at BCWA's Die Hard that the Kickstarter Atlas Hightower runs this ring. No one else does it better than Atlas Hightower. Because of why? Say it, guys. What are those 3 words?
Run this ring.
You got that right. All I need is 3 words. All I need is the chance. All I need is the energy from the people. This Saturday, these guys better watch out because I'm going to blow off all these chumps, man. All these chumps better get out of my way. And I'm aiming for that shark. I'm aiming for that shark.
Devin likes you all the more now.
I'm going to come for that shark. But when I come with that shark, I'm going to be in a shark cage. And I'm going to have a harpoon, and I'm going to be shooting at this shark.
Do it.
That's right. That's what I'm going to be doing because I am going to walk out as the Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance champion when it's all said and done. All these other mofos, they don't want none, man. They don't want none. They can't get none. I don't even think they want a taste of it. You know what? This is a acquired taste, you see.
Get into it.
Yeah, you gotta get
This is only a taste. This is only a taste that the Kickstarter Atlas Hightower can take. This is the only taste that what's the name of this show again?
Knockouts in 3 counts.
Knockouts in 3 counts can take. You
Yes,
see,
sir.
knockouts in 3 counts. You guys are hot right now. You guys are
appreciate
lucky
that,
to have
sir.
the Kickstarter running this ring,
Yes, sir.
running this podcast, running this studio.
Yes, sir.
Devin, you the man.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. But this Saturday, I want everybody to know that I will walk out as your new Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance champion from the Kickstarter Atlas Hightower.
Bam.
Mic drop.
Wait, so can we ask you a little bit more of a specific question about this match?
We can keep going. I don't care.
So, how do you feel about Shark Boy being the champion?
Well, I think guys like him should not be that guy. I should be that guy. I mean, I'm young. I'm athletic. I look good. Shark Boy, you know, he was on TV. I saw him, back in TV in 2006? It's 2019.
Shots fired.
I mean, hey, I just think it's funny because we all know you hate Shark Boy.
Wait, I never said that.
You might
on
not have said
camera.
hate.
I never said that on there. I
I got
said
nothing
that on
against Shark Boy by any means, but I just don't like seeing guys who are old enough to be my dad as a champion.
there.
You know, I just don't like seeing that. Like, I don't like seeing these promoters book these old guys who are just there to
He's coming
get
for him.
who are just there to get a payday. You know what I mean? Like, how about you get some of these independent guys to get some of these young guys like me over? How about that?
Get bodied.
How about that? I'm trying to get over. I'm trying to make my scene, man. I'm trying to make my own world here. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So
I get you. I get it.
yeah. So if these promoters are hearing this out there, I don't care if you like this or not. Stop booking these old guys, Buff Bagwell, Shark Boy. No, nobody wants to see that. They want to see.
Yeah, Devin, I'll have to tell you off air about the story I heard about Buff Bagwell.
Oh Lord, what's this story about Buff? I love stories.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, we got to tell that one.
Oh
Anyways,
Lord,
yeah.
your discretion is advised.
Definitely, most definitely.
Well,
But since
okay.
you went to the locker room, should we get his take on our long going list?
Wait, 1 second. Let me ask him this though.
All right.
So, we're gonna go ahead and say you're gonna win the BCWA Alliance Championship this Saturday.
Putting it in the air.
So once you're the champion, you have a little bit of clout. You got a little bit of pull around BCWA. What changes would you like to see, or what changes would you like to make in the Alliance Championship division once you walk away with that championship?
What would I like to see?
Other than stop booking the old guys.
What would I like to see? I don't know. I don't know if it's something that I would like to see, but there is something I would like to do. I would like to defend that title any place that I would like to. Yeah. Nobody's doing that.
Sort of like a hardcore championship type thing, almost. Maybe not 24/7.
I think he's saying traveling from show to show with it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's funny. Chase said the same thing. He wants to defend that title everywhere. So, hey, Mike.
Try to make it mean something, dude. Hey, Mike Blackwell, I hope you hear this, dude. I hope you are
he
hearing this
definitely
right
hears
now.
Man.
I want this title, and I want to go everywhere with it. Not just your show, everywhere. Clash, Pro Wrestling All-Stars, Metro Pro, MPWA, everywhere. Blue Water, Bay City,
Hey, man.
everywhere.
Powerbomb?
Powerbomb, War, WBW everywhere. King.
He's going.
I would love to defend that title. I want to make the title mean something. I want Atlas Hightowers to make the title mean something. That's why I'm in this business. A lot of us are in, and truth be told, a lot of us are in this because we want to make this business better too.
I can respect that.
Not just to get ourselves over. We want to make the business better.
Well, let's go off of that. Like, what do you see that needs to be improved in the wrestling business right now?
And what's your thoughts on the wrestling, the wrestling landscape as a whole with all these new companies popping up?
Let's start out with one. Let's start out with yours. What can we do? Well, give guys a chance. Give guys who've been busted their ass every show, every week, every day, every month, guys who bust their ass, and give them a chance. Don't have them work with other green guys. They're not going to learn anything. You don't learn anything working with somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Iron sharpens iron.
Got that right. See, we need bigger names to come in to help out these guys, to sharpen up the swords a little bit, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
That's what we need. Now, improving on the landscape as a whole, weed out all the marks who just want to get into this business. That's first and foremost. Weed out all the marks. Because marks, you guys spend money, you guys come to the shows, stay on that side. Don't worry about this side. That's my personal opinion, and that's all I got to say about that.
The thoughts of using Atlas Hightower, those Atlas Hightower, and those are not going to think us in Podcast Detroit.
And this time it wasn't even Tony.
Man, real quick, man. That's well. I know I'm taking up all the questions. I'll let you go in a second.
Go ahead.
Your thoughts about Tony Thunder?
I like him. He's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dope. I always thought Tony was dope. Always thought Tony was a great guy. Why?
Yeah, he's one of the co-hosts on the show. He's not calling in today. I see. Well, he might pop up at any time. You never know.
Tony's cool. Tony's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Tony's dope. I mean, I don't got nothing bad to say about him. Tony's my boy. Yeah. What the hell has he said about me? Oh, he said something about me, huh?
No, I think he was half joking.
He was half joking.
Oh,
he was half joking.
Let's hear this.
No, we announced that you were going to be on the show this week. He was like, no one cleared this with me. I'm winning that Alliance Championship. You got him, my opponent, coming on the show, man. You didn't clear that with me. So, but other than that, apparently he's going after the Alliance Championship as well. So
watch out, Tony. That's all I got to say, man. Watch out.
Okay. Kyle, I'm going to step back.
That pretty much sums it up. So that pretty much sums up. You hit about everything I was about to hit on other than the etiquette.
Well, you want to ask the yeah.
Okay, so everybody that we bring on the show, we have asked everybody from Booker T to Bischoff and everybody in between. So we have this segment called Locker Room Etiquette.
Okay.
What's one thing for you that's either a pet peeve of something that either pisses you off or something that you think needs to be changed? We've had everything from keep your baby mom out of the locker room.
Yep.
Wash your balls.
Yep.
Wash your gear.
Yep.
Shake hands. Yep. Keep all your drama out of the locker room.
Give your seat up to the veterans.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yes, that's a must.
Don't touch anybody's stuff.
Yep.
So those are some of the things we've had on the list. Any locker room rules that you want to add on there?
Shut the fuck up and listen. Shut the fuck up and listen. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I learned. Shut the fuck up and listen.
That pretty much sums that up. I mean that applies for about any sport. So
right,
that
Shut
pretty
the
much
fuck up and listen.
I mean that pretty much talks for itself. And here, since we've already went on the one, we'll go on the other one. You already mentioned about guys that are just trying to get in the business just because. We also have another segment called
let's do this.
Fan Etiquette, and we started this after we went to a couple local indies and saw some people that, let's just say,
it can be brutal, man.
They're the ones that make everybody look bad for being wrestling fans.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Whether it be the one,
please shower. That's one.
That's the worst one.
Groom, be well groomed.
Yeah,
dirt under your fingernails. Learn to spell your signs.
Don't touch the wrestlers.
Don't touch the wrestlers. If anybody ever touches me, I swear to God, I swear, I have no problem rocking your jaw. No problem.
I think we might have just hit on his pet peeve, dog. Don't touch him.
That's one of them.
But yeah. Well, I'm just gonna let you go, man. wrestling fan etiquette.
Wrestling fan etiquette. Well, don't be rude. Don't be disrespectful. It helps to be well groomed. It helps to have clean hands. It helps to have cologne and antiperspirant. Let's see. It also helps. It also helps us being a respectful, decent, hygienic person.
Like,
But see, that just seems like a life rule, though.
you would think that.
You would think so.
You would think that, but too often do I see where it's just not that way.
Oh,
or
and
like the
another thing,
fact
too,
that people forget that these dudes are like, I mean, even though they're wrestlers and all that stuff, they're fucking human. Like, dude, I know if it were me and I'm walking down the street and you insist on like hovering in my personal shit for too long, eventually.
If I see a grease spot on your shirt, don't hug me, bro. Please don't hug me, man. If I see a grease spot, please don't touch me.
Man, well, I think we've like shit on the fans enough.
I know, right?
I love the fans. It's just that, like, you know, I've been doing this for about 10 years now, and, like, you know, I've seen good fans, and I've seen fans that are just the shits, dude. Like,
Right.
disrespectful. They just want to call you names, just do whatever. It used to be in the beginning, I would like get mad, and I would always react to it. But now it's just like I don't even care anymore because their
Right.
their lives probably are miserable as fuck. So. Let them have that.
And like Kyle said, it was just one of those things. We were at a show, and it's just like, man, I don't know if I could like deal with that every weekend. You know, just people, you know, not well groomed and just being rude. I mean, yeah, you're a wrestler.
Mind
you're
you,
out
this
there
is
now.
all coming from people who, at the core of it, are fans of wrestling.
Right.
But, like, I
But it's
mean,
like,
come on, bro.
Like, these are the people that make us look bad. Like when wrestlers
Like
don't want
the
to deal
Adam
with the
Cole
fans.
guy
Like, it's
from Ring
those
of Honor.
people. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So
Yep.
yeah, I felt like we need to have some rules for ourselves too, just like you guys have rules in the locker room. So that's why we came up with that list. But
We got rules for ourselves too when it comes to fans too. Like, you know,
Okay.
we don't want to seem disrespectful or mean or we just don't want to do that, you know?
Right.
Like, we like to interact with our fans. It's just that some fans from time to time you might get that
don't
one.
know the boundary.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it's not like it's all of them. It's just those that vocal minority that just make it bad for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So one thing that we kind of asked a lot of the guests that come in before the BCWA shows, how did you get in? Well, when did you start with BCWA? How did you get into it? And what has your experience been like there at BCWA?
Well, I remember I was at a flea market in Detroit, and I saw this flyer, and it was BCWA, and I looked at it, and I asked them, "Where is this show at?" And they showed me the ring, and I stepped into the ring, and the first two people that I saw were Judas Coltrane and Big Man Hudge. And
Our last guest on the show, Big Man Hudge.
and I asked him if I could step into the ring. I was 18,
Wow.
30 now. I stepped into the ring. You know, I try to run the ropes, shitty as hell. But I asked them, "Is there anybody here who I can talk to to see if I can join?" And they said, "Talk to that man right there." And that man was Mike Blackwell, and been with him since then. And they're the ones who got me they're the ones who started me to train, and I'm here.
So now since you've been back, like, you know, I mean, they've been doing pretty good numbers at Copeland Center for a while. They had a good show at the Yak.
Yeah.
Like, since you've been around for quite a while with them, you know, like, tell me what it's like for you seeing the new landscape of BCWA, because it looks like to us, from what we see in the crowds keep growing. So let us know what it looks like for you guys from the other side.
Look, it's totally refreshed, man. Like, it looks. I mean, like, we've had crowds before though, but I feel like now, since that we're back, it's fresh again. You know what I mean? And it's fresh. It's hot. Everybody's all excited. It's just that we just got to see what they have in store for us for the rest of the year. So I know that I'm going to be a part of it. So
Fuck y'all, I'm good.
Man, so and one of the things that I've kind of noticed with doing these shows is that a lot of people got their start with Blackwell and Hudge and BCWA. Man, what is it about this company that cultivates this good talent? Well, back then, and what they're doing now. Well, what is it like with them? What is it about that group of people and their training that is getting people into the wrestling business?
I honestly don't know. I feel like by chance, I want to say, because there were a good handful of guys and girls from blue collar who got their start there. One is Allison Kay.
Of course.
She's
future
been,
guest of the show.
Mm-hmm. She's been in Impact. She's been all over the world and everything.
What was
Mae Young Classic.
Mae Young Classic.
Mae
this
Young
past year.
Classic.
Yep.
Yep. She was in
Shine
that.
Champ.
Yeah, guys like Justin Maine, Maserati Rick. Who else we got there? I can't even name them off the top of my head. I see them so much. But guys like them, man, like those guys are really, really great, really, really talented. But I feel like, but with that group though, I feel like that was a group that a lot of guys that a lot of guys here didn't want necessarily. You know what I mean? Like they didn't,
the Outcast, the Cast Off.
pretty much, yeah.
Land of Misfit Toys.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. And I mean, some of us were, some of us didn't think like that. Some of us really wanted to get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like some of us wanted to really learn this, and a handful of us did, and now we're selling out shows now. So
Definitely. Definitely came a long way. So, hey, make sure you guys get your tickets for Die Hard this Saturday at the Copeland Center in Wyandotte, Michigan. Get your tickets now because
It gets pretty packed in there.
man, they're selling out.
standing room.
Yeah, if you don't get them now, you're going to be standing. But come on out anyway. It's a very, very good time, man.
Action packed show.
Definitely. Kyle? you got it?
So, I mean, now that we've talked about BCWA, we talked about this a little bit before we went on the air. I'd love to hear your thoughts, since we've got a little bit of time left, on what we saw so far with the Superstar Shakeup.
Superstar shake.
And how much of the current stuff do you watch now?
I really don't watch that stuff anymore. Besides like the big shows,
Okay.
like Survivor Series, Mania. Other than that, I don't really follow anything. Or unless if there's like a big match, like NXT is always good with their takeover shows.
Definitely.
I watch those, but the Superstar Shakeup that just happened just last night.
They
right?
just started it last
And
night.
it's going on right now. too.
Like thus far, we've had AJ went to Raw. You had the War Raiders come up as the Viking experience.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else did we have show up? Who else came on? Raw?
Usos,
Usos
Naomi.
came over there.
Usos on Raw, really?
Naomi came with them.
I like those guys.
Yeah, they.
Ish, yes,
I mean,
yes,
Raw
yes.
Raw made out pretty well, but I think Samoa Joe is over there too now, and Rey Mysterio came through to Raw last night
wow.
too. So, and Andrade. So Raw got
Andrade.
hooked up. Yep.
Andrade's like my dude, man. Like I love to watch him. Like holy crap, he's dope, man. Super dope.
Dude, and with Zelina Vega with him, like
She makes him even better, dude.
dude, she hit.
I agree,
She hit.
100%.
Who did he face last night? It was him and I forgot who he wrestled, but Zelina Vega hit the most dope ass Hurricane Rana.
Oh,
off the
dude, man,
fucking-
she is so sick with that, man. She is so sick
Dude,
with that.
she does it so nasty because her cousin's Amazing Red, so
Yep.
it's no
Yeah.
it's no big
Oh, yeah.
surprise. I met her at WrestleMania, and she's super down to earth too.
Yeah.
Does she smell good? She looks like she smells good.
So she looks like she smells good.
Wow, man. She looks like she smells good. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't even have it.
Right on.
I don't even have anything for that one. Way to go, jackass.
She looks like she
man.
smells good.
So,
Way to not make us sound like the fans we were just talking about.
hey, look, I didn't say anything. Look, man, look, I'm a grown man. I can't help it. All right, let's move on.
Oh shit.
So, next question I have is, we talked about WWE, but really haven't talked about some of the other companies, your Ring of Honors, your AEWs that's getting ready to have their first official show at the end of May, Impact. We talked about, you going to WWE, getting that NXT call. Any interest in working for a Ring of Honor, working for Impact or AEW if that
Evolve.
opportunity pops up? Evolve, any of these other companies?
Juntai and GQ been over there lately.
Yeah.
Lotus.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Lotus.
Yes, sir.
Notice the Lotus.
For sure.
But yeah, how would you feel if you got the call from
Let's go for it then, man. Let's do it. But personally though, WWE, because I'm a wrestler, but I'm also an entertainer. But I feel like I'm more of an entertainer than anything.
Okay.
WWE, you wrestle, but really, you got to entertain.
They're a TV company. I like TV or Vince said,
ROH.
we make movies, damn it.
ROH, you wrestle. Evolve, you wrestle. But Evolve is a feeder company for WWE.
Right.
But that goes hand in hand. But it's all about your preference, man. But me, it would probably go down to NXT just because I feel like they'll allow me to grow more as a performer.
Right.
So ROH will just show you how to work. You know what I mean?
So you feel like you got that part down, Pat. Or
I can always improve all around,
Right.
but I feel like that is where I want to aim for is entertainment. It is entertainment because I want to do more than just in-ring stuff. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like I got some projects that are lined up now. You guys might be seeing some stuff on my YouTube page once I get that up and going. So be on the lookout for that.
Anything you can talk about, or is it kind of keep it?
I can say 3 things: downtown, Detroit, Atlas Hightower. That's all I'm going to say.
That's 3.
Sure, just said run this room.
No. It's cool. It's cool.
So the way it sounds is like you kind of want to get more into maybe acting or
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
Not a thing wrong
Nothing
with
at
it
all.
I want to. I want to
mean-
be like The Rock, man. I want to do everything, dude.
And you know what? That's one thing that I've kind of noticed about WWE, especially in the last, say, 5 years, is that if all you can do is wrestle, you're only really going to go so
Yep.
far. But a lot of people, like a Brock Lesnar, he was on top when he was there, but when he left and he became more popular outside of WWE and came back, he was even bigger. So I feel like if you can bring eyeballs from another audience into the WWE, you have a better chance of making it high up in the
Well,
company.
because it
So,
makes
yeah.
you more than one-dimensional.
Yep.
It doesn't make you just a wrestler. Like, if you can go out and make your worth somewhere else, I mean, that just only increases your worth when you come back. It's like I was listening to Edge and Christian show earlier, at work, and they were talking about the whole Brock thing. People can complain as much as they want about him having the title, but whether you admit it,
He puts
whether
butts in
you
the seats.
exactly
He sells
every
butts in
time that
seats.
guy's on TV,
Something's going to happen.
It's on Sports Center. It's on whatever media outlet you want. So whether people like it or not, I mean,
Dave Bautista, Ronda Rousey,
Yep.
Shayna Baszler. She's one of those people that were successful outside of
just
it.
look at all the more. Look at how much more WWE's been on ESPN in the last year since they've had Rousey there.
Oh yeah, within the last 2 years or so, they've
Exactly.
been on there so much more. So much more
ESPN,
frequent.
Sports Illustrated, you didn't see wrestling there even 3 years ago.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, if that's not enough proof, I mean,
So I mean, I'm just I'm just a fan, but I'm glad to hear that you actually do want to do more outside of actually wrestling, and you want to bring more to it. WWE, go ahead, give them the call.
Where you at? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that 213 number.
I will. We'll let you know. Well, Kyle, you go ahead and tell.
That's
me.
right? Is
about-
that the? Is
I think
that the
that's-
call? Is that
That sounds familiar.
213?
yeah, it's something like that.
Okay, yeah. Because I know
No, 213 is New York.
213 is. Oh yeah, yes.
So I don't,
213
what's,
is
what's
New
the
York.
Connecticut? I don't know.
Oh, well.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure that out.
Either way,
But
you'll
Ky-
know.
But Kyle, tell Mr. Hightower about our history with WWE and guests.
So we've literally had
Oh
this
my God.
happen to us about 4 times now. So one of our past guests and a friend of mine, Tara LaRosa, fought Shayna Baszler twice and beat Shayna Baszler. So
Oh, no shit.
I had I asked Tara to, call Shayna for us. Like, she was there, and she's like, you should have her on the show. I said, well, go ahead. Send her over. And she called her right then and there, but she couldn't do it because she had just got signed by WWE. Matt Riddle, we had him the week before at his last Evolve show, and then he went. Like we talked to Mandrews and all them at Progress, but they couldn't.
And your boy is dating Simone Biles.
Oh, God. So I went to school with Stacey Irvin Jr., who just got signed by NXT. He was on American Ninja Warrior, all that good stuff. And I kind of knew before he got signed that he was down there because NXT had put something out, and I messaged him on Facebook. I'm like, bro, you're at the Performance Center, ain't you? He goes, bro, nobody knows I'm down here.
Yeah.
So, I was like, dude, it would totally be dope to have you come on. And as soon as he got signed, that it's done just like that, and like I went when we were at WrestleMania Access, man, like it's people want to say kayfabe is dead and all that stuff, which in a lot of ways it is, but dude, it's still, you've got to like really poke and pick your way to get through all the different layers, like because even talking to the media guys down there, like trying to figure out how to get media credentials, like you don't just walk in there.
No, you don't.
It does not work.
No.
It does not work that way. Because if I had $1 for every person since we started doing this show, well, why don't you get, blah, 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 blah. Do you think if it was that simple?
Yeah.
Do you think, seriously, do you think if it was that simple for me to just call up AJ or call Sean or whoever you want to name? Yeah, hey, man, can you do the show next week? Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll be the next one.
And he'll remember us when he gets to WWE.
Most definitely. Definitely. What was the name of this podcast again?
Damn, we got fried on our own.
So my feelings are hurt right now. I don't even know how to keep going.
He said, fuck your feelings.
But yeah, hopefully you and Queen Aminata are next to get signed. But
Wakanda forever, man.
I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, so we got 5 minutes left. Mr. Hightower, I want to give you an opportunity to talk to your fans out there. Let people know who Atlas Hightower is. Anything you want to let them know about yourself. Any parting words for the.
Any parting words for my fans out there?
Yes, sir.
And why they need to come to the show.
Well, any parting words? Let me think about this. My name is Atlas Hightower, and I want you and her and him and everybody to come this Saturday on April 20th in Wyandotte, Michigan at BCWA's Die Hard, where I will be in the WrestleFest Battle Royal for the Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Atlas, and you know what he does best. Runs this ring. Everybody knows. Everyone should know that Atlas Hightower will walk out as your new Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance champion. No one will stop him at fulfilling his goal, and that is becoming the Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance champion. Shark Boy, I got that harpoon for you. Everybody else, look out. I got big boots and shoulder tackles for everybody. I might even throw in a drop kick or two. So, for all my fans out there, I hope I see you this Saturday in Wyandotte at Die Hard. That's all I got. Devin, you have anything to say?
Hey.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm going to keep going here. No, man, no, I'm just kidding. But it's the Kickstarter Atlas Hightower. Run this ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Why don't you go ahead and throw your social media out there and let people know where they can find you.
If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, it is at Atlas Hightower. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that is at Atlas_Hightower. Follow me on Instagram at Atlas Hightower. Follow me. Send me a like. Send me a DM. I don't care. I'll follow you back. Run this ring.
He will follow you back because he follows me too.
Run this ring.
Hashtag run this ring.
Run this ring.
Kyle, any last words, man?
No, I think he pretty much summed it up, man. Make sure you're there. BCWA Die Hard this Saturday. We'll be there. You need to be there too, and make sure you're following the show, watching for Devin's 11:05 live and everything else we're doing. If you're going to be at Evolve coming up here, we'll be there too. Ooh La La Lucha We're gonna be out all over.
Ooh la
the place.
la. That's a fun
Exactly.
show,
you know?
man.
Yeah,
Definitely
if,
looking forward to that.
past guests of the show, Sam Adonis and Mavado are gonna have some shit for each other.
And
so,
Queen Amadada. She's going to be on that show,
I
too.
mean, hey, and last year, Devin, you missed out, dude, because it got buck in there.
Ooh la la's freaking awesome.
They
dude.
did though.
Ooh la la is awesome.
They went hard, bro. Like when Mavado was getting the work from Sam Adonis, man, I thought them people were about to riot. Like, I really did. Like, so yeah, if you're gonna be out and about at any of those shows, be on the lookout. Knockouts and 3 Counts will be in the building, and be on the lookout next week. We got Kenny Mitchell Cross gonna be fighting for Lights Out. This guy is like a white boy McGregor kind of. So it'll be interesting.
McGregor's not white.
Yeah, but he's Irish. It's different.
Wait, that doesn't mean he's like original white then?
Yeah, but
He's like from the motherland.
just tune into the show next week. You'll see what I'm talking about. And yeah, make sure you're following us at KO3C Pod. Fuck your couch.
All righty. And yeah, BCWA this weekend, man. They got a great card lined up. Zane Silver, past guest of the show, is going to be going up against Nolan Edwards. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
That'll be good.
Definitely. The Rascals are going to be coming sometime soon.
That's gonna be dope. We've talked about them before this.
I wrestled Trey McGill and
Dude's
Really good.
Dude's the truth, man.
Dude
That
is
whole-
freaking
that
fast.
Whole group is nuts. Man.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Studio 86 has. Real quick, Atlas, let me ask you about that.
I don't know nothing about Studio 86.
What do you think about Big Daddy Getty's big ass glasses?
Big Daddy? He stole those, man. He stole those from somebody.
I didn't say that.
He stole those.
I like my nipples where they are. I mean, he almost took Tony's nipple off.
What was it, about like a chop or something?
Yes,
Yes.
and I would like to keep mine. Okay.
Oh my God! I was watching.
Dog,
I
his
watched
chest
that
was
Robbie
as red
Keto
as your
video.
shirt.
Were you there when he chopped Robbie Keto?
Nuh-uh.
Oh my God! It sounded like a gunshot went off in there, man.
Oh, Jesus.
I was watching that video a couple of days ago, man. I don't know why. I just had to go watch it again.
Wow.
But also we got past guest of the show, Mr. Orlando Christopher, going up against Chris.
That's gonna be a dope
Justin Maine
ass
for the
match.
championship.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, Justin Maine is cleared. His arm is good to go, so he will be.
He's
defending
finally
the
cleared. So he's not hurt anymore. He can wrestle.
Yes, he can.
Having a hairline fracture on a digit.
Wow, shots fired. He's coming for all the golden BCWA though. He's coming out swinging.
Yeah, we got Studio 86 against H3RD. Looking forward to that one. A match I'm definitely looking forward to. Past
Our
guest of the
homie.
show, Mr. Mysterious Mavado going up
alien.
against the Frogun.
D-Ray 3000.
Yes, sir. Definitely. I just saw him at the Powerbomb show too. That was my first time. My second time seeing him live. I'm definitely looking forward to that match.
The Frogun.
So, real quick, your thoughts about the championship match coming up?
Who you got?
Orlando Christopher versus Justin Maine. Any thoughts?
Oh, man, dude. Justin Maine, he's good, but Orlando's great. So
Wow.
my money's on Orlando with this one.
Okay.
New
If he
champion.
doesn't get it, oh, well, man, maybe next
A
time.
new
but
champion
man,
predicted.
I really do want Hybrid to get it.
Bad. All right. Well, make sure you guys are there this Sunday. BCW
Saturday.
Saturday. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Maine.
420, baby.
Well, we'll leave that one alone. This is supposed to be a family episode. Watch your mouth, Kyle. Oh, real quick. You know, I just realized why they called it Die Hard. Easter, man. I'm like, why are they calling it Die Hard? Then I realized how they spelled it. Okay, Die Hard. Yeah, Easter, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, BCWA this Saturday.
You thought it was Yippee-Ki-Yay, mother?
At first, yeah. I'm like, I thought this was a family show.
I mean,
I thought it was too, man. But
I
was like,
thought
oh.
that at first too.
I kept looking at them like, oh, yeah, Easter, die eggs. Okay, yeah. But, yeah, this Saturday, BCWA, Copeland Center. Get your tickets now, people. Get them now. And make sure you follow me on Twitter, Devin63. That's DEVINTHE63. Follow me on Instagram at All Steak No Sizzle. That is one word. Make sure you join the Reality Era News group on Facebook. We're going to talk about the Superstar Shakeup. 11:05 live, Monday through Friday. Check me out on our page right here. Just click that subscribe button. I think you can see me. I'm pointing to it. Hit the subscribe button there. And I'll be on just talking for a few minutes about
And
whatever's
make
going
sure
on.
you're checking us out on Apple Podcasts, man. Leave your reviews, let people know, share that shit, and subscribe.
All right. Anything else? Any last words? We good?
Thanks a lot for having me here. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Mr. Atlas Hightower, man. Appreciate it. This is definitely a pleasure.
It was fun.
So, until next time.
Fuck your couch.
Run this ring.
Peace. Peace.